This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. It is Friday, April 22nd, 2022, 4/22/22, and that means for the 52nd time, actually 53rd time, we are celebrating Earth Day. Today is Earth Day around the world. So if you want to have a day where you can agree with all the tree huggers that we need to save the earth, today's your day. Go out and drink a craft beer. Try not to shower today. Maybe grow a musky beard or underarm hair if you're a lady, and, just hippie out. It's okay today. Just like Cinco de Mayo's okay to drink tequila, and St. Patrick's Day is okay to, get drunk and act like you're Irish. Today it's okay to be a hippie. And one of the biggest hippies in the world on this day, Galen Unall, joins us right now from Life South, as he does every day. Brought to you by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and JustShip.net. Galen, happy hippie day. Happy Earth Day to you.
Well, I'm pro-Earth, so I don't know how. I love to fish, right? I love nature.
Fishing is boring and stupid.
And if you've ever met anybody who likes to fish, or somebody who likes to hunt, or somebody who just likes to be outside, they love the environment. I love the environment. I want it to be clean. I mean, my people are the reason that people don't throw their garbage out the window. Well, he was an Italian.
By the way, that was an Italian guy.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
That's not the point. I say this all the time. Without the crying Indian, there is still garbage on the side of I-75.
But it wasn't a crying Indian. It was a crying Italian guy who was dressed as an Indian, who was dressed like an Indian. So he was actually being, racist towards the Native Americans because he was kind of, Indian facing it.
Well, he was appropriating my culture, even though my people have never worn a headdress in their life. That's not the point, Tom. The point is we should all love the environment. I think we're all for clean water and clean air. That doesn't mean I believe in climate change.
But today's a great day because now you can go to an oxygen bar, enjoy oxygen. You can go out and it's okay if people see you hugging an elm tree. It doesn't look weird because you're a tree hugger for the day. It's a pretty good day.
The tree. What I do now is, everybody's got to have a hobby. My hobby is now working in my yard every day. I work in my garden every day.
Your hobby is to work up the crowd in your subdivision to keep 7-Eleven from prospering. That's your hobby.
Well, that, and I just want to have the nicest yard in the neighborhood. And right now I'm in P1, baby.
You're like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation. You want to be better than anybody else in your neighborhood, and you'll do it at all costs.
Right.
Even if the cat gets electrocuted.
Cats? If there's a cat in my yard, it's going to die. I'm anti-cat. I am anti-cat.
Oh, you're making a lot of cat.
I'm Mike Tyson, that cat.
Well, that's a great segue because yesterday a video came out of a JetBlue flight that was flying from San Francisco to New York. And it seems like an over-exuberant fan kept needling Mike Tyson. First off, I want to ask why Mike Tyson's flying JetBlue. That's first off, okay? Don King cleaned him out, so I guess that's why. But
yeah,
it's a
fast flight. It's a quick flight.
But you reach into a lion's cage and you poke the lion, or you jump into an alligator enclosure and you get bit by an alligator, or you get you go out and try to touch the buffalo at the Yosemite and they charge you and trample you. What the hell did this guy think Mike Tyson was going to do? He's the baddest man on the planet. You keep needling him. Finally, you know the guy has moments where he comes unhinged. I mean, ask Zach Galifianakis.
There you go. Yeah. Well,
And I mean, if you see this video, this dude understands he pissed off the former heavyweight champion of the world. Because Mike stands up on that seat and goes to I mean, he beat him like a fight you would see on the back of a school bus.
Yeah, you just wish he had done that to Buster Douglas, and the world would be
a better place.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the video, and I'm assuming he's arrested.
Nope.
I'm assuming he's in jail.
Nope.
No, Tom, he's not. He's not. So I guess it's okay to beat the crap out of somebody just because he keeps saying something to you.
Well,
so this is a better world for you now.
That's what I'm saying. After this, I got precedent now. If they don't arrest Mike or anything, guys like me, we're using that in court. We get arrested for just pummeling somebody because they aggravated us. Mike did it. It's right here on video. Y'all didn't prosecute him. There's precedent.
Well, and maybe the guy's not going to press charges. You know, he was. I guess he was drunk. Nobody really knows about the victim very much.
Right afterwards, he was pressing gauze into his open wounds.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But anyway, it's Mike. Is anybody shocked by this?
No.
The man, he is a rapist. He did bite a dude's ear off. I mean.
All reasons, and he was one of the purest heavy punchers ever to grace the squared circle. All of these are reasons you don't needle him on a plane.
That's. By the way, when people like, oh man, what's the worst decision of your life? This guy's got an absolute no-brainer answer. Gold medal with that.
At the next party, what's the worst decision you ever made? Well, let me tell you.
Well, it was one of those hold my beer moments. Oh, what'd you do? Jump off the roof? No.
Yeah.
I made Mike Tyson mad. He beat the crap out of me on a plane.
You know,
he was in the seat behind me. Oh, you haven't seen the video? Let's put it on the big TV.
Yeah, exactly. Here it is on the 75-inch. You know, when I saw it, it literally took me right back to high school when I was in the 12th grade at Chamblee High School, and we rode the Yellow Hound because my parents would not give me a car because I had to buy my own car. I didn't get given a car at 16 like a lot of these ne'er-do-wells these days. But anyway, now I'm angry about that, but I'll get off that. So I'm riding the Yellow Hound. I'm sitting in the back seat, and there's this kid that's in the 8th grade that's needling me, and he knows I can't do anything to him because he's a kid in the 8th grade. He's about 5'3", about 110 pound, sniveling little brat, and he's needling me and everything, and I'm like, dude, you got to be so lucky that you're such a small kid that I can't touch you. Because back then I was not a nice guy. So he's still needling me, and I don't mind to tell this story that my younger sister came to my aid. Because I couldn't hit the kid or do anything to the kid because it would have just been this massive football player beating up this little kid. It would the optics were terrible. My sister reached over. She was sitting in the seat in front of him. She stood up, reached over, and just pummeled this kid about 4 or 5 times. Don't you screw with my brother anymore. For the rest of the school year, he was shamed that a girl beat him up on the school bus, and he never needled anybody again. So, I mean, that's immediately what I thought of. I go, I bet this guy doesn't ever needle anybody again.
Well, and again, once in a while, the food chain sets things right.
Yeah.
I do believe there's a place for that. I do, and trust me, I'm a guy whose mouth got him in more trouble than. No, I got my mouth into a lot of trouble.
And the guy, obviously, the guy was, people knew that the guy was fixing to cause an incident because there's cameras out everywhere filming this, so they knew something was about to happen with this guy messing with Mike like that.
I think there's I've seen 2 angles. I'm sure there's another 8 or 9.
I'm sure there is.
That are out there.
So he had to be needling Mike a while for people to get their camera out, get it ready to go, got the video going and all.
I read something that was like, why I don't understand why the stewardess didn't break it up. Okay,
Yeah.
it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I don't care what flight attendant. I guess they're not stewardess. What flight attendant is going to get in the middle of that? I've never met one that's willing to.
Let me tell you something. If you and your buddy are out in the woods and a bear comes up towards y'all to attack, you're not going to help your buddy. You're just going to hope you're faster than your buddy. Let's be honest.
But again, I mean, it's like, what are you going to say? Mr. Tyson, please stop doing that. Put your mask on.
You know,
If Mike Tyson took his mask off, I'd be, sir, I understand you probably have a septum issue from all of your fighting. Enjoy the flight.
I would say something along this line.
And then,
sir,
why isn't he wearing his mask? You go tell him.
I'll do this. I'll go, sir, because you don't have your mask on, I'll wear two to make up for the difference. Have a good flight.
Please. But by the way, I mean, like, if you're going to sit next to somebody in a plane, Tyson may be in your top 5
of somebody to sit with
because of the stories, right?
But you don't needle him and make him angry.
No, especially if you're in the seat in front of him, where you can't do a thing. Not a good idea. I enjoyed the heck out of it. But,
yeah. It was one of those. It was one of those things you were like, "Oh God!" When I heard it I heard it first on the late radio because I was coming back. Well, I'll tell you where I heard it first. I got to go to break. I'll tell you where I heard it first and what my thoughts were immediately when I heard it. We'll do that next. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you tired of living with chronic pain, knee pain, joint pain? Listen carefully, because now there are new treatments available here. Not talking surgery or steroids. These are regenerative treatments from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics, now with offices in Ocala and the Villages. Hey everybody, this is Tom Schmitz. QC Kinetics is the leader in these exciting biological therapies that help restore and repair damaged tissues in your joints with lasting results. If you got pain in your knees, your shoulders, hips, back like I do, joint pain that won't go away, you need to check out these new treatments with astonishing patient satisfaction reports. They can actually help your body restore and repair itself with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. That's right, no surgery. Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain, and don't let them put you under the knife. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. There's offices in Ocala and the Villages, so give them a call, 352-400-4550. That's 352.
Believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA, The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Galen Enoff from Life South joins us as he does every day, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, and JustShip.net. Galen, I tell you, when I first heard the Mike Tyson news, I was driving back last night I had went to hang out with a friend of mine. Me and my buddy Robert had went down to Spring Hill to partake in a little trivia outside of town, where we failed miserably, by the way. I'll be the first to say. We were winning all the way until the last question, and we failed miserably. So we're driving back on the interstate, and we hear the news report, and the first thing that pops in my head as the news report's playing, passenger assaulted by Mike Tyson, first thing I said is, God, I hope there's video. God, I hope there's video. God, I hope there's video. And, people on the plane didn't disappoint. There was video. But is that wrong of me that my first thought was, God, I hope there's video?
Well, the first one I saw was taken by the guy's friend, right? Who was kind of egging him on. He's that sidekick who egged him on.
And then it wasn't me, Mike. What? It was him.
Right, right. And then, he threw
a water bottle at Mike and everything. I mean, there you go. Inside the tiger cage, poking the tiger.
Yeah, again, it's funny. I mean, it's Mike Tyson. Kind of stupid if you're gonna pick a fight with Mike Tyson. And I screwed it up. Tyson was in the seat in front of him.
He was in the front. Yeah, the guy was behind him. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of another, group that screwed with Mike Tyson, Disney screwed with Governor DeSantis, and yesterday the legislature, in lockstep with the governor, gave it back to Disney. Pretty good. The House voted to take the special exemption away. But here's the thing. Right after the vote, all the legislators that were asked, this thing doesn't run out till June of 2023. We'll be in negotiations. We'll work something out. This is just taking away the bad deal that was written from 1967. We need a deal for 2023 and moving on. The deal from 1967 didn't work anymore. That's how they're saying in Tallahassee now, that they're going to work something out, but they just had to get rid of this deal because it was a bad deal that was negotiated 50 some odd years ago, and it was time to change it.
I've read a couple of articles. I've heard from the Republicans on the legislature. I still think it's a doomsday because now there's a clock on it. Right, there is a definite clock.
June 2023.
Right now, Florida appears to be in the driver's seat, but it's basically you're holding the people of Osceola mostly hostage. It's now a hostage.
No, it's more of Disney's in Orange County than Osceola County.
I'm sorry, Orange County. I'm sorry. Yeah, Orange County. Yeah.
Most of Disney is in Orange County.
Right. Sorry about that. So it's now a hostage negotiation. So early on, when death really isn't an option, Florida's going to be in control. Now it just depends on how these negotiations go. And apparently the Disney lobbyists are some of the best in the business. So we'll see how it works out.
They can't be that good. The legislature didn't listen to them.
Well, I think the state of Florida is just listening and looking at the polls and saying, wow, DeSantis stood up to Disney and got a bump in the polls. And again, what's the point of these politicians other than to get reelected? That's their whole job. They don't really care about the long-term impact. Yes, and I mean all of them. Stands in there too. That's what their worry is, and they're like, wow, this is really popular right now. Let's just go fight Disney. And again, right now it seems everybody's happy. We'll see where we're at in May.
Well,
right, Tom? We'll see where we're at.
Here's the only thing, and I understand what the legislature's doing and everything with the special districts. Now, once I read the deal and everything, Disney did get a pretty good deal of self-government and everything. But here's my problem with it all. And let's take Disney out of the equation. Let's say company XYZ, because everybody knows I have a love for Disney, so sometimes people think I'm jaded by that. But let's say company XYZ. Company XYZ doesn't like a bill or legislation that was passed. They publicly state they don't like it, and then the legislature comes after them for saying an opposite talking point. We as Republicans have been saying that that's what the elitist Democrats do. When you don't agree with what they say, they try to cancel you.
That's exactly right, Tom.
Well, Company XYZ doesn't agree with what the legislature said, so the legislature tries to cancel them. What is any different from what the Republican legislature in Florida did yesterday and the governor did yesterday from strictly a speech issue? What's any different from what they did to what the elitist Democrats do every time you don't agree with them? What's the difference? If somebody can tell me the difference, I'm waiting.
I fully agree with you. And by the way, Disney has been a great neighbor. Right? They've been a phenomenal neighbor. And, you compare it to the villages, and there is no comparison of how great of a neighbor Disney has been. The villages,
and they do pay property taxes. They do pay property taxes on the 27 square miles.
I heard on the national news, they don't, now they're going to pay their fair share in taxes. They do. They do. I mean, you know how many people they employ. You know how many business. I mean,
they're the largest employer in the state.
I hated this. I'm out in front of it. I hope it turns out right, but I have a feeling in May of 2023, there's no real impetus for Disney to come back and negotiate.
By the way,
with people that obviously hate.
By the way, and it was vastly undersold. There's not just a little over $1 billion in municipal bond debt. There's right at $2 billion in municipal bond debt.
Again, and Disney's been a great partner. They've been a phenomenal partner. And I don't know why, just because, we're going to stop wokeism. Okay, I'm against cancel culture. I believe in free speech. I believe in all the freedoms that the Bill of Rights affords us. And you're now taking that away. I can't.
You didn't like what Disney said, so you punished them. Well, that's exactly what the elitist Democrats do. We're better than that as Republicans, aren't we? We're better than that.
Now, as an individual, and this is the difference. As an individual, if I choose to cancel my Disney Plus, my annual pass, and to no longer partake in any of what Disney offers, that's a personal choice. I'm not canceling it on a vast scale the way these representatives and these senators did, right? So you love Disney. If you all of a sudden said, Galen, you know what, I've had enough with them, and what their culture is all about, I'm no longer going to give them my money. It's a personal choice.
Yeah, I dropped my annual pass because I thought the prices were getting outrageous. So I dropped the annual. I haven't had an annual pass for Disney in 3 years because I thought the prices were starting to get outrageous.
Right? That is a personal choice. If you did that as a House of Representatives and said, look, this is how I feel about them, but I'm still not going to vote for them to remove the special exemption, I would have some respect for this. But instead, we went into the cancel culture. I hate cancel culture.
We got to take a break. We got to take a break. We'll be back more with Galen, after this timeout on 1370 AM The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
A plane crash near a General Mills plant in Covington, Georgia overnight. Police say there are no survivors on board. Captain Ken Malcolm with the Covington Police Department on Fox 5 Atlanta.
According to witnesses, they believe the plane was having trouble gaining altitude. They could hear that there was engine trouble. Suddenly the plane veered to the right and immediately came straight down.
After 3 months since leaving office, Honduras President Juan Orlando Hernandez was extradited to the United States on Thursday to face drug trafficking and weapons charges. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland said Hernandez abused his position as president of Honduras from 2014 through 2022 to operate the country as a narco state. We are USA Radio News.
I tend to second-guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bojangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bojangle style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala.
Blockers Furniture is having a truckload sale. Right now, you can save 20% on sofas and love seats when you mention radio. Blockers' 80,000 square foot showroom is home to the largest in-stock selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, unique furniture accents, outdoor furniture, and more. That means you can take your furniture home that same day or have it delivered. Check out the Blockers Sleep Gallery, too. They carry a huge selection of mattresses, including all the name brands you love. Blockers Furniture Truckload Sale. 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala, next to Hobby Lobby. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hey there, Congresswoman Kat Kamak here, your conservative voice in our nation's capital. I'm so proud to be an advocate for the over 65,000 veterans here in North Central Florida. The new Ocala VA clinic is now open, providing important primary care and specialty services. If you're a veteran in the Ocala area, thank you for your service. Feel free to get in touch with our team by visiting us online at camac.house.gov. I'm Kat Kamak, and it is my honor to serve you.
This ad is paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, you know, on Fridays we take a little more relaxed attitude towards how we do things here with stories and all, and it even gets more relaxed with Galen and I because we're relaxed every day, but, you know, it gets a little more relaxed with us, Galen. And I love my listeners because sometimes they'll send you stuff. They send me story ideas all the time, things to talk about. But when I got this one 2 days ago, I went, well, that's a Friday discussion for Galen and I. And it's listed They sent this, and I won't tell you their opinion, but they sent this and said, here's a good subject to talk about. And it is a internet site, a movie site, that has listed the 95 best comedies of all time. And they list them in hierarchy.
Oh, this is something we have talked about a lot.
95 through 1. 95 through 1. Now, we're both on record as saying that some of the better movies, Animal House, Caddyshack, Airplane, the movies like that
Blazing
Saddles, History of the World Part 1, that these are all gold.
Sure.
Gold.
Correct.
Well, I don't want to go through the whole 95 because that's just impossible. So you want to do the top 15 or top 20?
You tell me, Tom. I do not have the list in front of me.
Let's start.
I'm sure this is going to make me mad.
Let's do 20, because 20 gets a movie in that you got to do 20 to get this movie in, and let's just put it that way.
So top 20. So
top 20.
Top 20 all time.
All time.
Comedies.
All time. Number 20 on the list.
I got my thinking cap.
Number 20 on the list, starring Alan Arkin and Bob Newhart, from 1970.
Okay. Yeah.
Catch-22. It was a funny movie.
20?
It was a funny movie, but I don't know it's the top 20. Okay? Number 19 on the list.
That's where they got it, 20?
Yeah, number 19 on the list.
Okay.
19 on the list.
Okay.
Starring Richard Pryor and George Carlin, from 1976. Very funny movie, but I don't know it's top 20. Car Wash.
Not a terrible movie.
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny, but it was funny more in the Kentucky Fried Chicken or, boob tube thing more than it was Kentucky Fried Movie or something like that. So,
yeah, I'm with you.
Number 18 on the list, And the Anger Boils. Starring Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, and Rodney Dangerfield, Caddyshack.
Really? 18?
18! That means they think there's 17 movies funnier than this one.
Ooh. And they think it's just a little funnier than Car Wash.
Do you do drugs, Danny? Every day. Good. That's what these people are on. That's what these people are on.
Have you ever quoted Car Wash?
No,
sir.
I've not quoted a bunch of these movies that are going to be ahead of Caddyshack.
Okay.
I noticed those grips were Warren Judge. I noticed those grips were Warren Judge. I should have checked those. Yes, you should have.
Pretty great.
Number 17 on the list, Bringing Up Baby, starring Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. That's a funny movie. If you've never seen Bringing Up Baby, that's a hilarious movie. And I could see it in the top 20, about where it is, 17, 18, 19, somewhere in there. But it's not funnier than Caddyshack.
Okay, I'm going to have to put that on my watch list.
It's really funny.
All right?
It's really funny.
Okay.
Number 16 on the list. And it's a funny movie, but I don't know that it's top 20 funny. Bridesmaids.
It's a chick flick.
It's a funny movie, though. It was the chick flick answer to Hangover.
It's right. I mean, it's funny,
It's funny.
but it's not top 20 funny.
Right.
You don't go back and, again, it's not a movie you ever quoted in your life.
Number 15 on the list. I'm sorry, to be in the top 20, top 95 even, shouldn't people have heard of the movie? Number 15 on the list?
Yeah.
From 2019. It was directed by Olivia Wilde. Booksmart.
No, not funny.
Never even heard of it.
I mean, I know Olivia Wilde she was on House. She wasn't
right
on House.
Number 14 on the list.
On that House.
Number 14 on the
Right.
list. And the blood continues to boil hotter.
How was it 14?
No, that was Booksmart. Booksmart was 15. Number 14 on the list.
Okay. All right.
Madeline Kahn, Cleavon Little, Gene Wilder, Blazing Saddles. 14 on the list.
Not in your top 10?
No.
Not in your top 5?
No.
Okay. So Blazing Saddles is funnier than Caddyshack. You can make that argument.
Oh, yeah.
You can make that argument. But Caddyshack is not funnier than Booksmart.
Wait, here's
I've
where it
never
gets
heard
fun. Guess what's just ahead of Blazing Saddles at 13?
Okay.
Big, starring Tom Hanks. Are you kidding me?
Come on, that movie, it's not a comedy.
The only good thing about that movie was Chopsticks at Feo Schwartz.
Correct. That's it. I don't even think that movie's funny. It's kind of entertaining.
13 is big. Number
They just
12
gotta
on the list. Now, this is a funny movie at number 12. This is a funny movie at number 12. And by the way, I think it's at a pretty good spot at number 12 because this is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite movies. It's not one of my top 5 or 6 comedies, but it would make my top 20. I Want My $2.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Better Off Dead. Oh, it's
Better
a
Off
great
Dead.
movie. It's a great movie.
It is a very, very good movie.
And it
when
is a
did
funny
they rank
movie.
it 13?
They have it 12.
It's not funnier. It's not funnier than Blazing Saddles.
Or Caddyshack.
And it sure as heck. Definitely not funnier than Caddyshack.
But it is. But about
it's a
about
funny
12
movie.
to 15 is good on that where it's at. It just the movies behind it aren't real good.
Let's see if I don't know
John
if I'd rank it
Cusack.
higher than
John Cusack was great in that movie.
that. It's his only funny movie.
He was great in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he just was. I mean, he's not like with I Only Sky where he's at Say Anything where he's gonna I think what do you got? What are your life goals? I want to be a kickboxer.
Instructor.
I want to be a karate instructor or professional kickboxer.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's saying it to Frazier's dad.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those are. He was in his wheelhouse then.
But Cusack, this is a good movie. Better Off Dead was a good movie, and not top 10, and they don't have it in the top 10, so I'm okay with that.
The cast of that movie is so underrated.
Number 11 on the list. It's a very funny movie too, but I don't think it would make my top 20. But it is a funny movie. Best in Show. It's a funny movie.
It's not funnier. It is a great movie, and I think you can make an argument for it for top 10 because of its uniqueness. But it's not funnier than Blazing Saddles.
No.
And it's not funnier than Caddyshack.
Number 10.
You could make an argument that could be in that 15 range.
Yeah, and it's number 11 on the list.
This means they're leaving out some great movies. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, it's number 11 on the list, and it's from the year 2000. I mean, it does get 93 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a funny movie, but it's not top 10 funny, and it's not in the top 10. It's in the top 11. I don't even know, and it's definitely not funnier than Blazing Saddles or Caddyshack, which, by the way, are 18 and 14 on this list.
Right.
We'll do more with this list. We'll give you the top 10 after this timeout.
Oh, you big.
You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Nobody does spring planting like Rural King, and nobody beats our prices on farm and home favorites, like our own lawn and garden batteries for just $19.99, or 1 cubic foot bags of all-purpose topsoil, just $1.89 a piece, and everything looks better with fresh mulch. Get 2 cubic foot bags in cypress, red, brown, or black, just $2.49 a piece. Stock up today at ruralking.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
By now, all of Central Florida knows that at Bob Wines, you always buy one tree at his super low price, and you get a second one just like it for half price. That means you get a large tree up to 6 feet tall for less than $40. You get a second one just like it for $20. You walk out with 2 nice trees for less than $60. Almost unbelievable. You gotta come see for yourself. And while you're there, check the BOGOs on bush daisies, Confederate jasmine, plumbago, purslane, and many more. Got a garden question? Bring your photos. We can fix it. This is the week for big bargains at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. So come on out and walk this 5-acre garden. They're open 9 to 4:30 daily, Saturdays till 3 on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Soon to be celebrating 70 years in the same blooming location. We'll see you there this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Garden.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Ugh, what wrong?
Ugh, need wood for fire.
Ugh, I go get. Ugh, I got wood for fire.
Ugh, what takes so long?
Had to use restroom. Someone not refill toilet paper.
Ugh, my bad. You wash hands?
Ugh, of course. Ugh, what caveman you take me for?
You know, Dan, people who save money by switching to Mike Scott Plumbing sure are happy.
Well, Brittany, how happy are they?
Happier than a caveman with indoor plumbing.
Yep. Get happy. Get Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. 237-2888.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain. Now there's an exciting new treatment using natural biologics, regenerative solutions that can restore and repair damaged tissue in your joints. Hey folks, it's Tom Schmitz, and I'm talking about QC Kinetics, now open here. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in non-surgical regeneration, highly concentrated natural biologics that can give you lasting relief. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulder, hips, and you're tired of steroids, tired of pain meds, and talk of major surgery, this is the treatment you've been hoping for. Call the medical professionals at QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. Learn about how natural biologics can be used to get you moving again pain-free. Listen, don't let them keep giving you steroids. Don't let them tell you your surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 2022 without pain. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. They have offices now in Ocala and the Villages. Call 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. It's a leisurely Friday as usual around here. And Galen, you know, from Life South, who's a leisurely guy, joins us. We're talking about the top 20 movies as put out by slashfilms.com, a movie critic and critique website. They put out their top 95 movies. Galen, we got to the top. We did the top 11, the bottom, from 11 to 20. Now we're in the top 10. This movie's from 1979, stars two great actors, Peter Sellers and Shirley MacLaine. Sounds good. I've never heard of this movie in my life. Being There.
Never heard of it. And I think Peter Sellers is incredibly funny.
Oh yeah, but I'm like Jalen. I'm like what's the guy that was part of the Fab Five? Jalen.
Juwan Howard.
No. I forget, but he's the one that on ESPN. He goes, never heard of him.
Oh, Jalen Rose.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Yeah,
sure.
Being There, I have no idea. IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 95 score, but I've never heard of it. But it did get an Oscar nomination for Sellers, so Sellers is a great actor and funny, hilarious. So I got to check that out. I got to go watch that. Now, number 9 on the list. I mean, it's a funny movie, but it damn sure ain't top 10. And you better not say his name 3 times in a row.
Huh?
How's Beetlejuice number 9 on the list?
It's not a comedy. I mean, there's some comedy in it, but it's not I guess it is. It's not even a top 20.
No.
So they're saying, just so I'm clear, Caddyshack is 10 places behind Beetlejuice.
9 places. Yeah.
9 places.
Yeah, and
Blazing
Blazing
Saddles
is
is
5
5.
places. Yeah. Yeah, you're accurate, sir. Here's another movie.
This person doesn't. This person is obviously it takes life way too.
Here's another movie at number
There's
8.
and here's a so and again, I've seen Beetlejuice. We've all seen it.
It's a great movie.
More of a kids movie now.
Yeah.
There's not a single scene in there that's funnier than 5 different scenes in Blazing Saddles, where he kidnaps himself, where he holds himself hostage.
Oh, that's one of the funniest
where they're
scenes in
sitting around the-
cinema history.
Where they're sitting around the campfire.
Oh, I'd say you boys have had enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty where he rides in. I mean, there's a lot of scenes I can't mention on the radio.
It's Headley. Headley.
It's Headley. Oh gosh, yeah. Every scene with Madeline Kahn.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Me,
I'm sorry.
Mongo, just pawn in Game of
Yeah.
Life.
That's correct. I mean, there's again. Okay, go ahead.
Number
And
8
all
on the
you got
list.
coming back is Beetlejuice.
Yeah, number 8 on the list. And see, this should be a This should be a disqualifier. It was 2021 when this movie came out. How could it be one of the top 10 all-time greats, and it came out in 2021?
Okay.
The movie, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm speechless.
I don't know.
I'm speechless. This movie is 10 spots in front of Caddyshack.
Okay,
It stars
Keep going.
Kristen
Keep
Wiig,
going.
and I don't know who else. Number
That's
7
why,
on the
because
list. Number 7 on the list is a funny movie and probably should be in the top 10 in my estimation. You probably will disagree, but I don't know. You might not. 1997, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. That's a funny
I have no
movie.
problem with it. If you're going to pick one of them, you pick the first one.
Right, and it was very funny.
Again, I have no problem with that. If you're going to put Beetlejuice on the list, I don't have a problem with that. But we'd all agree it's not funnier than Blazing Saddles
Or Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, but it is very quotable. I don't have a problem with that.
Now, this is a very
None of
funny
the
movie.
No Monty Pythons yet. Huh?
No Monty Pythons yet. Number 6
No
on the
Eddie
list.
Murphy.
No Eddie
No
Murphy
Eddie
yet.
Murphy yet.
Number 6
No
on the list.
Ghostbusters.
Number 6 on the list.
This
A
is
very
about
funny
where
movie.
Ghostbusters should go.
A very funny movie, but you got to know this movie to think it's funny. And I've seen this movie probably 10 times. It's Frank Capra directed it. It was from 1944. Cary Grant, Peter Lorre, Arsenic and Old Lace. It is a very funny movie. But you got to get 1940s humor for it to be funny.
Okay.
It doesn't stand the test of time is what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, there you go. Okay, then it's not all time, is it?
No, exactly. But it is very funny. Number 5 on the list, and the blood continues to boil. What I think is a top 3 movie of all time, comedy-wise, and definitely in my top 10 of cinematic genius movies, period. Number 5 on the list, from 1978, the college romp, Animal House.
All right, top 5. I mean, you and I have argued. I don't know if it's in my top 5, but I think it belongs on the list somewhere.
It's a hell of a lot
Where
better.
do they have it?
Yeah, number 5. They have it at number 5.
Okay.
But the reason the blood boils is wait till you hear the 4 movies they say are better.
But you would agree, I don't think Animal House is better than Blazing Saddles.
Or Caddyshack. No.
Or Caddyshack.
No. And Caddyshack was
Great
made.
movie.
Caddyshack was made because of the success of Animal House.
Oh, absolutely.
So, number 4 on the list, 2004. This is a really, really funny movie. I got no problem with it being in the top 10. I don't know if it's better. It's not funnier than Animal House, Blazing Saddles, or Caddyshack to me, but it is very funny. 2004, Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Christina Applegate.
Yeah, Anchorman.
Anchorman, the legend of Ron Burgundy. Now it's a top 5.
I don't know if it's a top 5 for me, but it's in the top 10.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Hilarious movie.
When they sing Afternoon
Hilarious
Delight, I
movie.
think we got it. I think we do. Hello. Hey, dude, did you just throw your burrito at me? I believe I did, neighbor.
It
What the
is
hell,
by
bro?
far and away Will Ferrell's best movie.
Oh, yeah. Jack Black is in it. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And they have a gang war. I mean, come on.
What's his name now? Wilson. The one, not Owen Wilson's in it. It's just a
Sure,
great
of course.
movie. Number 4.
Yeah,
That was
my
number
son
4
was
on the list.
Something called Acid.
That was number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list, while it's a good movie and kind of funny, the fact that it's number 3 on the list is just
Monty
blasphemy.
No Monty Python at the top.
No, but a Monty Python player is in the movie number 3. John Cleese, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline.
Wanda?
A Fish
It's
Called
not
Wanda.
It's not a top 3 movie.
Top 3. It is number
John
3.
Cleese's,
I mean, it's John Cleese
it's
from
not.
Monty Python, but it's not funny. Not top 3
it's
funny.
John Cleese's top 5 movie.
No.
Of his own personal ranking.
No.
All right, good movie, funny movie.
Not
and
top
by the
3.
way, Jamie Lee Curtis was in a funnier movie in
Called
Trading Places.
Trading Places.
And that's not in the top 20.
Number 2 on the list.
So no Eddie Murphy in the top 20.
No. None.
No Mel Brooks.
None. The closest Eddie Murphy movie was Coming to America at 23.
They had Coming to America ranked higher than Trading Places.
Yes. Number
That's
2 on the list. Wait. Here's where we got to get this done. We only got 3 minutes, and this is anger boiling. Number 2 on the list from 1993. Raul Julia and Angelica Houston.
No.
Adam's Family Values.
Not even close. That's not even.
How in the hell is that second on the list?
That's not a top 50.
No.
It's not a top 50.
No. But that ain't the worst egregious vote. That's not the worst.
Okay.
Now I think we've talked about the top 20. No Ghostbusters. No Airplane. No History of the World Part 1 yet. No Something
No
About
Holy
Mary.
Grail.
No Holy Grail. No Life of Brian. No Trading Places. Okay? That's what we're talking
No
about here.
Borat.
No,
You
yeah.
put Borat in
Yeah,
the-
no
in the-
Borat.
in-
Yes,
in
no
the top
Borat.
10. Borat.
No Hangover.
The Big Lebowski.
How is The Hangover the Big Lebowski? The Hangover didn't make
The
the top
Naked Gun.
20. The Hangover didn't make the top 20, but Bridesmaids
Dumb and
did.
Dumber.
Okay?
Dumb and Dumber.
Number 1 on the list.
Hey, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Number 1 on the list. 1980.
No.
Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and Dolly Parton.
No.
9 to 5.
No.
Are
No,
you
that's a
kidding
comedy.
me?
I mean, it's a good movie. I mean, it really is. It's got some real moments, but come on, Tom, you upset me. Did you know they make these lists to get clicks?
Oh, yeah.
But come on. I mean,
Well,
they put
this
a
list to
terrorist
you, this
or
list
a
to
war
you,
criminal
this
who's
list to
who's a
you,
treasonous.
this list to you is just like the Christmas list that I don't like from Forbes that has Die Hard listed as number 1 all-time Christmas movie. Okay? So, we're
No.
yeah.
Oh, and by the way, they didn't have any of the family vacations.
None of the vacation movies. Hey, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile? Got about 20 seconds.
Hey, today we're going to be all over the place this weekend. On Sunday, we're going to be at Oak Griner Church. Tomorrow, we're going to be at the Lowe's. And today, at the Lowe's on 40. And today, we're going to be at the Walmart out in Bellevue. So, or the Publix out in Bellevue. So come see us. Give the gift of life. Donate blood.
Galen, I'll talk to you next week.
All right, bye all.
We'll be right back at this timeout on WOCA, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
Disney could be one of the worst performing stocks in 2022 after the company became entangled in a high-profile political controversy regarding very young children and sexuality in Florida. The stock reached an all-time high in March of 2021, trading nearly $200 per share. Thursday, the stock was hovering near $120 per share. That's down 33% from a year ago. The Florida House of Representatives passed a bill Thursday that would dissolve Walt Disney's special governing power in the state, a move that could have huge tax implications for Disney. More claims of Russian atrocities in Ukraine. New satellite images appear to show expansion of mass graves near the besieged Ukrainian port city of Mariupol, which the city council claims could hold as many as 9,000 souls. Maxar Technologies released 5 satellite photographs dated between March 19th and April 3rd. USA Radio News.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's. So thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5500 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5500.
USFL.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. Well, peanut farming is just around the corner, and lots of peanuts will be placed in the ground during the next coming week as the temperature gets over an average of 68 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 consecutive days. They are being warned by the extension agents and also the peanut specialists in the tri-state area. One recommendation is to keep a small sample of each lot of seed just in case you have some stand problems. If you have stand problems, the sample can then be checked for germ and vigor. Also, take care of your seed. Keep your peanut seed stored in a cool environment until ready to plant. Try not to leave the seed in the sun and the heat for a prolonged period of time. Of course, you'll have to have in the sun while you're setting up and placing the peanuts into the hopper. Make sure you calibrate the in-furrow liquid and granulated applicators. Clean the system before you use them and make sure all the tubes are unstopped. Do not risk planting in poor conditions, for example, cool and wet, or hot, or dry, or marginal soil temperatures. The seed costs too much to risk having to replant. Do not get in a plant hurry. The increased speed can cause the skippy, non-uniform stands as you plant the peanuts.
Here's farmer and businessman James Wood.
We farm about 3,500 acres. There's pipelines everywhere. The contractor working on my property did not have the lines located before he began work, and it resulted on a strike on a natural gas pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
For more on today's news, we invite you to log on to southeastagnet.com. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
While we may disagree a lot, we do agree Rural King's our favorite place for spring planting.
Yeah, but we've got to focus. Roses, a couple flats of impatiens, and a spade.
A shovel? I'm thinking tiller.
We do not need a tiller.
Wait, a mower. Those new zero turns are sweet.
Focus. Roses, mulch, shovel, impatiens.
Jeez, talk about impatient.
Can I help you?
Yeah, chainsaws.
Let's go.
I'm almost done mowing this section.
Ridiculous.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny and pleasant, high today 81 to 85, then clear skies this evening, low tonight 65 to 69. We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine tomorrow, high on Saturday 83 to 80.